Introducing first, they are the tag team champions, the team of CDC, and the brother Israel, Second.
All right, here we go. Ready for some wrestling action. Smooth, pleasing, along with the Widowmaker, Greg Dodson. Finally, somebody respectable in commentary with me.
Yeah, finally,
it's been a while.
Finally, they bring out the all-star team.
Right.
But speaking of teams, you know, Sleazy C living up to his name. I guess he's considering himself the new era wrestling tag team champions, kind of like how I used to do with the American Brawlers. But of course, unlike Sleazy C, I didn't have a partner like the Prophet, Brother Azrael.
Yeah, that's quite the insurance policy to have in your back pocket, for sure. Yeah, Sleazy C taking the opportunity to slide right in there, and I can't blame him.
I'm the champion!
I love that shirt that Caden's got on as well. Take off of a familiar logo with the orange and black as well.
Well, it's a familiar logo, but that's also a familiar look on Azrael's face. He doesn't look too happy right now with his tag team partner.
I don't know that I've ever seen him smile in general. See what Caden has to say to this Jasper crowd.
Well, the Jasper crowd not loving little guy.
Get your head in the game. Come on, man.
Caden might be biting off a little bit more than he can chew on this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
Yeah, I don't know that. I think of anybody on the roster, the good brother Azrael's probably the last one I'd want to make mad.
You ain't wrong there.
And what a turn of events, these guys getting a shot at the tag team championship.
See, I know you wasn't able to be here last month. You had some travel issues. But believe it or not, DNR, Samuel Dean, Jasper Reed picked up a win over Brother Azrael last month in a handicap match.
Well, that's the only way they could do it.
Well, and I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Azrael is happy to have a tag team partner tonight, but being one of the most decorated tag team champions in New Era Wrestling history, I can say this. Taking off and antagonizing my tag team partner before the match even starts, probably not the soundest strategy to have.
Yeah, no, it's a good way to be a very short-lived champion, even if it's only in his own mind. But over the last several months previous to last month, both Sammy and Jasper have kind of been put in situations by James Phillips to get injured. And I almost think he has a personal vendetta against those guys. They must owe him money or something.
There's something going on. He's got a little sadistic side. You know, look at all the times he's put the screws to Damian Serotone. He put the screws to me my entire career. Now he's taking it out on these young kids.
Right. And he likes these guys, quote unquote.
You know who I like? I like Brother Azrael.
Oh, yeah. He's like a brick outhouse, if you will. And very agile for his size and very quick.
Deceptively quick.
Yeah. That first step, especially, the acceleration. Let's see what the DNR can do against the tag team champions here. I think the DNR name might come in handy after this one, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. Do not resuscitate. Looks like we're going to start off. The Phoenix, Samuel Dean, he may have to rise from the ashes after this, starting it off with the Prophet, Brother Azrael.
Oh, wow. It's kind of ironic the name of the show is Do or Die because we may see a murder here. I don't know if it's going to be Caden or it's going to be DNR, but
that was my thought.
got it coming from both ways. Caden saying something to Jasper there on the outside, looking to lock up to get this show underway. Go behind, takedown, oh. Good Lord. It's a good way to separate his shoulder first thing. Southpaw referee. It's unusual.
Samuel Dean looks like that bell got wrong.
Ooh. Caden looking to make a statement here.
You know what? We were sitting here talking about Caden running his mouth, but he may be right. Azrael may not have to do anything in this match. He's got this well in hand.
I mean, Caden is an exceptional wrestler, young in his career, but has very seasoned for his age. Here we go, Samuel fighting back now. But just a couple clubbing shots from Caden stops that. Ooh.
Driven into the corner. Good
way to get scoliosis. Forearms, short clotheslines there in the corner from Caden.
Uten been steadying up on his Stan Hansen.
Azrael kind of half-heartedly cheering for him out of the corner there. Coast to coast and with the splash or avalanche. I don't know if Caden's trying to get the approval of Brother Azrael or if he's trying to showboat. It's kind of hard to tell.
Kind of hard to tell what he's doing, but I know one thing. That was smart strategy. You got a high flyer like Samuel Dean. He's attacking the back. He attacks the leg.
Looking to immobilize him, no doubt. Firing back now, Samuel. Too young to know when to quit. Oh! And absolutely driven into the mat by Caden. Cover. 2 count only.
Samuel Dean, 170 pounds. Unfortunately, it's all hard.
I think he'd have to be dripping wet wearing some waiters with maybe some break or wheel weights in there.
I don't know about this.
Throws him to the corner to get the fresh man.
Why would you let him tag out? You had him exactly where you wanted.
Speaking of tagging out, I don't know that he let him tag out as much as he forced him to, much like Brother Azrael has forced him out of the ring here.
Well, turnabout's fair play. Az wants to have some fun too.
Kind of a theme here in the last couple shows with a lot of tag team matches going on. We have yet another set 3 of tag team matches here tonight.
Look at that. Did you notice that Brother Azrael let Jasper Reed put him in a headlock to let him think he had control?
Setting the trap, and he walked right into it.
I love watching Azrael work.
It's almost like these two guys are trying to one-up each other. Like the old, I think it was a Nike commercial, anything you can do, I can do better. But they got to keep their mind on this match or those tag team titles could disappear. And what a horrible night that would be. Just a real depressing way to start this show. Oh!
See, this is what I like. Azrael takes his time. He enjoys what he does.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't seem, I mean, he's very methodical and everything he does has a high impact. But he does seem to enjoy it as well.
I don't understand why Caden, he just had Azrael's mask on. It seems like he's going out of his way to piss his partner off. Why would you do that?
Big elbow there from Azrael. Yeah, it looks like intentional antagonization.
And like you said earlier, of all people, why do you want to make mad the biggest, baddest man on the roster?
I mean, if it were me, I would look at Brother Azrael as a gravy train with biscuit wheels. Just hop on and take advantage, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why you would try to upset the guy who could you could put your anchor to and be golden here in New Era Wrestling. The first tag between them that was consensual, so that's good. Oh! I don't think that one was consensual.
I think the crowd here in Jasper's letting Caden Newton know you just messed up.
And surprising restraint from Azrael there. Keeps his emotion in check, trying to keep his eye on the prize here. But how much longer will that last if they have miscues like that?
Oh, big Samoan drop from Caden Newton.
2 count only.
Samuel Dean makes another save. I don't know if Jasper Reed should be thanking him or asking him why are you continuing this misery.
Yeah, I think Samuel was a day late and a dollar short on that as well. I'm pretty sure Jasper just kicked out by luck, and then Samuel was late for the save. Here we go again. Oh, this is a comedy of errors. And I don't think either one of them's laughing, though. I think there's been more competitive confrontation between the partners than there have been between the tag teams.
Well, definitely the hardest shot that either Caden or Azrael has taken in this match has come from the other.
Yeah. They've definitely put in the biggest offense on their own partners. Measures him and a kick there. Right in the area of the shoulder blade. Oh, big sledgehammer-like forearm across the shoulder blade as well.
That was bad enough to make Samuel Dean wince out on the apron.
He could probably feel it. Caden back in the ring. Nope. I'm not real sure what that was about. There's the tag. Maybe don't do anything where you can accidentally hit your partner here. That's what I'd tell him if I was managing them. Oh. And Jasper fought. And again, he didn't hit his partner, but he cost him to get hit.
These guys need to get on the same page here.
And meanwhile, Samuel tags into the match.
Drop kick to
Cover. Oh, God.
my God.
Oh, no. This can't be. Oh, God. I think I'm going to be sick. Greg, this is...
That has got to be the upset of the century, and I think they're going to pay for it now, though.
Seeing that makes me want to go back and rewatch the Auburn game today, because it was actually less depressing than what I've just witnessed here. What is going on? And now
Azrael's just in shock over in the corner right now.
Caden taking out his frustration on the new tag team champions. I have a feeling Brother Azrael might take his out on someone else. Oh, wow.
Well, down goes the referee.
Foreman.
That's going to be a fine.
If James was here, he'd probably exile him or something. Send him to Enterprise.
Well, you know, those fines hurt a lot worse when you don't.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, somebody's about to hurt. I don't.
This could be the biggest mistake since Bobby Heenan slapped Andre the Giant.
Uh-oh. He's had enough.
It was nice knowing you,
Oh.
Caden. Massive power driver from the Prophet.
And I think everyone in here would have already thrown down in fisticuffs with Caden at this point. I'm surprised Azrael lasted as long as he did. And well, a disgusting sign of sportsmanship throwing the belts to the new champions. Got to wonder where his headspace is going to be at in the months to come.
You know, I don't approve of the sportsmanship either, but think about this. If Brother Azrael is going on his own with nobody to hold him back, I'm a little concerned for the entire New Era Wrestling roster.
Oh, yeah, I will definitely be putting the singles roster on notice.
Can you imagine standing across the ring from a pissed-off Prophet?
Well, Caden just saw what it was like, and if that's any indication, no, I cannot.
But hey, congratulations to the new tag team champions, the Phoenix Samuel Dean
I'll let you do
and
that.
Golden Jasper Reed, DNR.
I'd just say congratulations that they made it out of here alive.
Well, I mean, I got to congratulate them. I might not like it, but I call it the way it is, and that is the upset of the century.
Certainly, like I said, not the way I expected the show to start here tonight. Speaking of disappointments, here's Joe as the ref. This guy.
Joe Wood in his head.
He wants to be a real boy.
Let's go!
Claims to be the wrestler your mom's secretly rooting for. I like that.
I think my mom would tell me if she would root for this guy.
Right.
My mama's too honest.
We have respectable mothers, unlike, the crowd here.
My mother is disgustingly honest.
I mean, you can definitely swing too far the other way. Zoe Chavis with a big opportunity here to wrestle one of the guy, or a guy who's been on a bit of a hot streak over the last several months, pretty much this entire year.
And a guy I can't stand.
Oh yeah, he's a state man, and it's been well established how I feel about that. Look at this prima donna taking his time to come out here.
You see how much the crowd loves the alpha, quote unquote, Alexander Lincoln. It's enough to make you sick.
It is. I mean, he reminds them of themselves, I think, is what it comes down to. You know, like when it comes to software, like the alpha version of something is not fit for public consumption, so this fits perfect for him.
All I know is I hope, this is my first time watching Zoe Chavis, but I hope that he puts Lincoln right back in Montgomery behind that desk, pushing papers and pencils.
He seems well suited for that life. And you got to question Joe being in there as the referee, you know. I'm not sure how fair and unbiased he's going to be.
Well, you know, both of these guys are good friends with James Phillips.
Yeah, well, there we go. We are underway, second match of the evening, and one of only two singles matches on the card.
Yeah, New Era Wrestling quickly becoming a home for tag team wrestling.
Well, Contenders Cup was so fun, we just decided to run it back.
Look how stupid Lincoln is, turning his back to his opponent. You know, another Lincoln turned his back on his opponent. You know what happened to him?
Didn't end well. This isn't a theater, but it's close. Live entertainment.
May not be a theater, but there is a stage.
And there's some Fords in the parking lot.
This is Walker County, so you know half of it's broke down.
Here we go, lock up to start this thing out. Lincoln backs him into the corner. Probably shows good sportsmanship here and give him a clean break. Ah, Zoe fighting back here. Referee wasn't in there for the 5 count, you notice.
Oh, he was in there, but really, really slow. Let's see how the count goes this way. Looks like he's going a little faster.
He's just like a church mouse, very quiet. Nice elbow there from Zoe, more of like a pie face type elbow, if anything, more to, I think, get under the skin of Lincoln. Test of strength. I'm not sure if I'd go down that road.
I don't know. Lincoln's not used to facing off with guys that can match him in the size department. I mean, Zoe is not a small man.
Yeah, he's definitely got he's right there with him on height. I think Lincoln got the weight advantage. But the leverage in Zoe's hands here, literally. Fighting back now is Lincoln. Oh.
See, now that's the sign of somebody who's been around for a little while. You don't let a man drive you to your knees. You throw that knee to his gut. Oh. Just as I say that, Lincoln turns it around.
Looked like he shot out of a cannon there. Elbows followed by shoulders into the turnbuckle there. And a bit of a roundhouse lariat, though on half speed, if you will.
You know, we talked about Azrael having deceptive speed. Lincoln is explosive. I don't like him. But I have to admit what he brings to the table. Catches him on the up and over.
It's a good way to break a coccyx. Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, Lincoln has impressed me over recent months, especially with some of the wins he's been able to pull off. This is really one of the, not to diminish Zoe, one of the lesser high-profile opponents he's had in a while. See if Lincoln gets a little too comfortable, though.
Well, I would say so. He's over there pandering to the crowd.
Well, he's always pandering. How do you think he got that job with the state? Oh! Holding his nose and mouth might have busted him open there.
That's a nice little knee lift there on the outside.
European uppercut to the gut. Can't say I've seen that one before. Oh! And drops him on the ring apron. As we all know, hardest part of the ring, outside of the ring post, and the metal underneath. But beyond that,
Lincoln rolling in, breaking the count. Showing a little bit of a mean streak.
oh, that might have knocked it out of him. I don't know,
the oldest tricks
might have knocked some sense into him.
One of the oldest tricks in the book. Zoe got a handful of tights. Introduced Lincoln's head to the ring post.
Was able to throw that hand in front of it to slightly cushion it, but probably not enough to not do quite a bit of damage. Chop there from Zoe.
All right, Zoe, stay on him now. That was just disrespectful. I like
that. Playing a little bit of mind games thus far in this one.
He's like, hey, you give me a knee lift, I'll give you one. Followed it up with a reverse DDT.
I like 2 count there only. I like how he went straight into that reverse DDT. No time for Lincoln to try to readjust or reverse it. He was just straight on the canvas.
Well, no time wasted, but then he wasted with a nonchalant cover.
And now he's letting these Jasper humanoids get in his head, as the brain would say. So takes him to the corner here. Aga just going to run his face along the top rope.
Well, you can't make him any uglier.
And just dripping of disrespect.
Well, I guess you could.
Oh!
He could look more like Joe.
Yeah. I like that there. He just pulled him backwards into the top rope, slammed his head into it. Taking advantage of every part of the ring as Chavis charges in with the forearm.
Well, you know, nobody said the ropes were only made to jump off of.
Yeah, I like people that use every option in the ring to attack. Oh! Looks like he made more contact with that right foot, but he definitely found a home for it.
Well, you know, still with the size that Zoe has, it's still going to do some damage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, kind of lost his balance. He didn't get all that spine buster that he wanted.
He got enough for a 2 count there, but the strength to grab him up like he did was impressive.
But if he could have kept his feet, I think that one would have been over.
You would never know. So in a good position here, as long as he stays stays at it, doesn't let this crowd get in his head too much and get too distracted. Trying to take the wind out of him now, putting all that weight on his carotid artery. Really just grinding down.
I'm curious to see if Joe tries to catch the arm.
That seems like something he'd do. Oh. This crowd must have invigorated him somehow.
He worked his way back up to his feet. That first elbow shot, and Zoe lost his grip. Lincoln was a little bit too disoriented to follow up and eats a new Uranagi.
Didn't get the height on that one that he wanted, but the impact was there nonetheless. You got to wonder if he could have got over and made the cover out there, if he would have been able to kick out. Looks like Zoe's going to head to the high rent district, though. He's taking a long time to make his climb.
If he hits this, my mama might root for him. She does like the high flyers.
Oh, wow. Underhanded tactics from Lincoln. Imagine that. Tries to act like he's so squeaky clean.
Oh, I know. Think about it. He worked in Montgomery.
Wow.
He's a politician.
Right. You can't go to Montgomery without getting the stink of that place on you.
Have you ever met a politician that wouldn't take shortcuts and lie and cheat.
Right. I mean,
Hey,
I
look,
was a politician. I didn't do it, but I mean beyond that.
Hey, where's Joe Wood count? Where's the count at, ref?
He looks like a stranger in paradise. Oh, big suplex. Barely got him over there. And again, you got to wonder if Lincoln could make it for the pin here. Would he be able to get the victory? Crawling, gets the arm across, unable to hook the leg, and it's a 2 count only.
You're going to have to secure a better pin than that if you're going to pin Zoe.
I think but either one of these guys, for that matter, as much as I hate to say it. Zoe
working their way up.
almost to his feet quicker than Lincoln. He's able to get back up. Oh, big clothesline. Lincoln feeling it now. Make it dose. I'm not sure if Zoe knows where he's at, and if he did, he'd probably want to get out of here. Oh, wow, slaps him to add insult to injury, too.
Can you imagine being that disrespectful to your opponent?
I could not.
I mean, I could, but I don't expect it from this jerk.
Yeah, well, it's one thing when you own it. Big clothesline there in the corner. It's another when you try to pretend you are something you aren't. Oh. Sidewalk slam, cover, 2 count only.
Did you see how fast that count was from Joe Wood?
Yeah, it was
And look, he's laughing about it. James Phillips,
making a mockery.
I know you're behind this, you sorry piece of crap.
He's probably at home, got a like those magic earrings from the debate, just telling Joe what to do.
Got his leg propped up.
Yeah, one.
Zoe with a fireman's carry.
Struggling to try to, oh! Samoan drop here, cover, referee out of position, imagine that, 2 count only.
And what? He could have had it right there. Why did he pull him up?
See, pride comes before the fall. And I'm afraid we might be witnessing that in real time here, Greg.
Look, I'm all for beating the crap out of Lincoln. I did it for a while when he first became a wrestler.
There's no limit to how much he should be beaten.
But get the win and then beat on him some more.
Zoe, oh! Guy hit him so hard he fell down. Seemed like
Looked like he clipped the top of his head with his elbow.
Seemed like Zoe a little discombobulated before that. And that's going to do it, I'm afraid. Cover 3. Wow.
Well, your mom's favorite wrestler goes down to James Phillips' favorite wrestler, Alexander Lincoln.
That's this is a really depressing way to start the night. Two matches in a row now. Probably James Phillips at home just laughing, carrying on. But again, another singles win for Lincoln, and you got to wonder at what point was he going to step up to the plate and challenge for a title, or for the title.
Well, you know Matt Gibson and Cody Wyndham have to be watching this. I mean, because like him or not, Lincoln's moving up the ranks.
Oh yeah, and you know as champion, Cody's keeping his eye on the keeping his eye on the competition, ear to the ground, if you will. Once again, a big win for Lincoln. And listen to these morons. They have been this happy since they got their pay from the government first of the month.
Well, you know how most of these people paid for their tickets, don't you? They
will.
got their prescriptions at the first of the month and sold them in the second of the month.
Well, this is Walker County, so not a bastion
Wait a
of
minute, did you
civilization.
see that?
What was it?
I think I just seen a payoff between Joe Wood and Alexander Lincoln.
I didn't see it, but I believe you.
I would call for a replay, but I know James Phillips is not going to let us see the replay of that. And look, there's a thumbs up. Sorry, no
I'm
good.
going to file a motion with the Alabama Ethics Commission.
They're lucky this is a family show.
Yeah. Well, that's because most of the crowd's related, I think.
And the winner of the match will decide the stipulation for the Ace Haven versus Cody Wyndham match in November for the New Era Wrestling Championship.
I don't know if I like the sounds of that. In fact, I know I don't.
That's all right, because Cody is a great champion. It don't matter what the stipulations are.
Just getting manipulated into giving control over what could possibly happen to his championship, though. It's got to be disconcerting. But Ace coming in this thing at a disadvantage in this mixed tag team match.
Introducing first,
having a bit of technical difficulty. Wouldn't be New Era Wrestling without it.
Speaking of which, how you doing, Kenneth?
He's probably talking somebody's ear off about how everything don't hit. That's all I've ever heard him do, ever. Here we go. Look at that shiny coat. I love it.
You can love the coat, but look at the shiny title around Cody Wyndham's waist.
Hey. I don't know what Matt Gibson is getting paid, but he earned it all right there, keeping those dirty fans from touching the champion.
Cody Wyndham, the modern day champion. He said anybody can be a king, but only one could be the champion.
Yeah, a couple kingdoms fell when Cody decided to go his own way. I'm going to have to ask him where he got that fancy shirt. Dropping it like it's hot as well. Not sure about that.
Is Gibson wearing a fur coat under that jersey?
No, it looks like that fellow that was in DOA. Miguel, God, what was his last name? I'll think of it eventually. Waiting for their opponent to make their way to the ring. Wouldn't be surprised if the Havens were terrified and just refusing to show up.
Why does he say the challengers? The title's not on the line tonight.
Well, you know how it is around here. Just keeping everybody waiting. It was Las Pericas.
Matthew Gibson telling the people what he thinks about them.
Miguel Perez, that was the fella's name, had all that hair. That's who Gibson reminds me of. Of course, that's only old people like us would remember that. Attitude Era.
Yeah, most of these young bucks wouldn't even know the name of the Los Boricuas.
No. Somebody's going in the curtain. I think that's the opposite of how it's supposed to work.
You know, Matthew Gibson was telling me earlier all the things that he planned, all the pain he was going to cause Amy Haven. I just hope he remembers Ace is going to be in there with him too.
Well, that remains to be seen. No hide nor hair to this point. There's this guy coming out of the curtain. That's not Ace. There we go.
Oh, there's the Queen of the South and the Joker of the South, King of the South.
He's a joker, all right. This is going to be an interesting one.
Oh, interesting on so many levels. You know, between Ace Haven and Cody Wyndham, these two men have held the New Era Wrestling Openweight title more times than anybody else in history.
I believe it. Not to mention Ace and Amy very familiar with Gibson as well. Look at that, Cody, the true king, wearing the crown. Cody must have a really tiny head, though.
You know, Ace Haven, he may not have the size, but he's got the cunning and the ability, and he's going to need every bit of it tonight.
I'm convinced his bones are made out of Play-Doh. He can bend and contort in any direction, never seems to hurt him. It's really quite amazing.
Ace Haven is what happens when Iggy Pop and Gumby have a baby.
That's a great assessment. He's more of a blockhead, though, really.
It looks like Ace is going to give Gibson's Jack. Oh!
That is not hygienic at all.
You'd think those rhinestones would hurt.
Yeah. That probably cost thousands of dollars. How disrespectful. Amy, I think she's crying.
Oh. Ace showing off his kink, I guess.
Yeah, it's a new day. Yes, it is. Blatant disrespect to start this one off.
Matthew Gibson's beside himself.
Rock, paper, scissors, and Cody going to start things out here. Joe taking his time to get this bell ring here. Lots of chit-chat. There we go. Like the old men at Jack's in the morning, just chatting away. Wow, just slap Matthew. That is not. That's just wrong.
Just a cheap shot by the self-proclaimed king of the South.
Glad we have a champion with morals now. Gibson going to get in there, apparently. Give him the what for. I don't know if Amy would have been happy if she'd gotten a hold of him there like she tried.
I don't know what she was trying to do, grabbing for the bald spot. I mean,
not a lot of hair to grab, for sure. So here we are, back to square one, Ace and Cody.
She'd have had just as much luck trying to pull my hair.
Definitely not the first strategy I would have tried on either.
No. Shut up. Shut up.
Ace getting the people behind him. What I like about the new Cody Wyndham, though, the modern-day champion, he knows that he doesn't need the people behind him.
The only time I want these people behind me is when I'm driving away from this little, or I'm sorry, not little, but this town, and all it smells. Off the ropes, duck under. Oh, drop kick. And Ace Haven starting this thing off with a bang, but here comes Gibson to little effect. Couple chops. And he's in the wrong neighborhood.
You know, too many more chops like that, and we may see a brown streak in the back of those white pants that Gibson's got on.
Oh, double elbow now. Joe Wood making no effort to get either of them out of the ring. Ace just goes out on his own accord there.
Well, you got to remember, this is a James Phillips charity hire. Joe Wood would count to 5 if he could count that high.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's ever gotten there before. Unless it was, hot dogs eating or something. Oh! I think they twisted in opposite directions there.
Trying to dislocate both of the Gibson's shoulders.
Ace in control.
I mean, but you got to remember, Matthew Gibson, he's a manager. He's not a trained wrestler.
Yet again, we talk about James Phillips. Loves to put people in positions that they should not be in. Here we are, forcing this good man to get in the ring. And you have into the bottom rope. Little elevation there, drops the double axe handle. And just embarrassing Gibson here. Letting Amy get her licks in.
Well, like I said, I call it the way I see it. I can't blame the beautiful Amy Haven for being upset after what Matthew Gibson did at that cage match.
Yeah, I was here for that. I don't remember. Seems like she fell down or something. Not real sure. It was Mike Jackson. This is Mike Jackson.
I just got a phone call from the nursing home. Mike Jackson is suing for gimmick infringement.
What? Oh!
Old school from Ace Haven.
You got to give the people what they want, I reckon. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing.
About to throw out another old man reference. Matthew Gibson looked like a drunk Ray Stevens.
I ain't sitting up with the dead, I know that. Oh.
Oh, the Havens, a little poetry in motion.
Wow. They look more like a well-seasoned tag team than their opponents to this point.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Look how long they've been married.
Right, a union will do that for you, I suppose. Definitely not what I expected to see with Amy, more or less manhandling Gibson here.
Well, Amy's no stranger to the ring. She's competed down at Pro South. She's done the Trinity Cup several times. I've even been in the ring with Amy Haven.
Oh yeah, not discounting her abilities in any way. I think it's more of a lack of preparation from the part of Gibson here. Of course, again, he shouldn't be in there. Oh, springboard into a spine buster there. Very nice use of the momentum for Cody. Only a 2 count though.
Yeah, Cody had that disaster kick well scouted. I mean, these are not only the most decorated openweight champions in this company's history, but also former tag team champions with each other. They know each other like the back of their own hand.
Yeah, and that's always interesting to see who's able to dig a little deeper or come up with that little bit of strategy to get the job done when you know your opponent so well. And Cody looking to turn this whole match around. And he's done so since stepping foot in the ring here. Got him up and slams him down.
You got to think about this. Ace Haven has that at a disadvantage anyway, because not only is he in there with a man who knows him better than he knows himself, he's also got to protect his wife.
Yeah, that's a whole new level of danger and puts more on your mind. It's hard to concentrate on the task at hand in that situation, I'm sure. Never been there myself.
I mean, I don't know Matthew Gibson that well, but I got a feeling that his and Cody's relationship is a lot more along the lines of that of a leech and its host.
Yeah.
What do you think about him now, huh?
That is
Look at the
pretty
camel
accurate,
clutch,
I would
making Ace humble, break his back.
He knows him from Georgia. Ace struggling to the ropes now after Cody released him there. Probably the only way he could get back to his feet, but Cody kicked him right in the kidney there, puts him back down on the mat.
Well, Joe Wood did make him break the hold because Cody started working over the facial features of Ace Haven.
Nowhere to go but up there.
Cody Wyndham is so much better since the day that I left him on the side of the road, because he no longer cares about what these people think. And now look at him. He is New Era Wrestling's open weight champion.
No coincidence there, I don't think. Ace Haven fighting back. Had right hands and chops for both, but that can only go for so long as Cody shuts it down once again. Follows him in a big clothesline coast to coast there.
Cody's going up to the second rope.
What's he got in mind here?
Well, it looks like he's trying to bring Ace with him. Do you think he would try to power drive Ace Haven off the second rope?
Alabama slam, perhaps? Oh!
And Ace Haven may not look it, but he has some strength that you wouldn't believe from a man his size.
And that's a move that's all about the momentum. You shift from one side to the other in quick succession there. It's the G-force that really gets you.
You know, there's a man that's pretty hardcore down in Mobile, Alabama, that would have made him proud.
Yeah, got a spark plug going, if you will. Ace looking to make the tag. Cody got his foot. See he didn't get there. Insecurity.
Cody should have seen that one coming.
He did telegraph it a bit. Of course, it's we got a lot better vantage point of what's going on than they do. We're safely over here in the corner watching on a screen, so. Ace right there. Just got to reach out and get the hand of Amy. Very close.
Got to be up to about an 8 count now. Tag to Amy, tag to Gibson.
Oh. Judging from how this went earlier, it's hard to have high hopes for Gibson.
Some sweet shin music it looked like from Amy Haven.
Oh. Glancing blow there. I'm not sure she got enough of it. Cover, two, and Cody just shot up there.
Oh, you know.
He's going to have round two. No. Super kick.
You know, I just had a thought. I was talking about Matthew Gibson needing to realize that he was going to be in the ring with Ace Haven.
No, what's he
We
got
didn't even
there?
think about the fact that Amy could be in there with Cody Wyndham.
Hasn't happened really that much to this point in the match. Referee Joe Wood sticking his nose in other people's business, as he's apt to do. As a low blow.
He put his hands on a competitor.
Oh, my.
The end game from Amy Haven.
Oh, what is happening? It's like a bad dream.
What is this, James Phillips Appreciation Night? Joe Wood pulling out all the stops to make sure that all of James Phillips' favorite wrestlers win.
It's a bunch of window lickers winning here tonight, I know that.
And due to, as we heard the announcement earlier, that means that Ace Haven gets to decide
I knew that was
the
a bad idea.
stipulation for that rematch for the openweight title in November.
And that's a bad position to be in when you're the champion. That negating the champion's advantage completely.
And you see Ace posing with that openweight title. Come November, that could be the scene.
God, let's hope not. I don't see it happening that way, but you never know what kind of match he's going to have up his sleeve either.
Well, I could be mistaken, but if Ace Haven wins in November in the match of his choice, that would make him either a 4 or 5-time openweight champion in New Era Wrestling.
That's a shame. Of course Ace wants a microphone. That guy never gets tired of his own voice.
Ace is looking for a microphone. Unfortunately, we're a little short-staffed.
Joe goes and gets it like a little errand boy.
Of course, Joe Wood would go and get Ace Haven a microphone.
It's pathetic.
I'm starting to think that is not a mustache on Joe Wood's upper lip.
Looks like a caterpillar. I mean, we give you very little credit, but I always assumed he could do that.
well, to be fair, Ace didn't beat Cody either.
Very true.
No,
Sounds kind of sexist to me.
I mean, this is 2024. You can't judge by the gender anymore, can you?
No, absolutely not.
You're going to get hurt. Because let me tell you, that's your last opportunity to do it. All you get. One more. You can't count him. He got beat tonight by her. Got nothing to do with me.
Now, wait a minute. Now, Cody's already climbed the ladder to become the champion.
Yeah, I don't like the sounds of that at all.
Surely he means that Cody. That's uncalled for. Ace Haven's all fired up.
That's incredible restraint out of Cody. I don't know how he didn't knock his teeth out. Somebody's grandma? God.
Here. We're going to get out of here.
There you
it
go,
is.
Cody.
Good job. Yeah, Joe too. And you get a boot. And you get a boot. And you notice none of these so-called fans are lifting a finger to stop it, because they all know they're scared. Uh-oh.
Ace Haven's got a rod.
Speaking of people sticking their nose in other people's business again. Oh, Gibson, very fortunate there. He better run hard. There's kids in the way.
Run fast and run hard, Gibson.
That's a good way.
Welcome back. I hope everybody got their drinks, got their food, used the restroom. Are we ready for more? I'm gonna go around The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the New Era Wrestling Contenders Cup.
Back to the action, Greg, and a bit of an unusual occurrence here. The Contenders Cup on the line 1 month after the Contenders Cup.
Well, Hollywood Money, like I said, you wasn't here last month, but Hollywood Money attacked before the finals. So James Phillips, in one of the few good decisions he's ever made, decided to have the rematch or the finals to take place tonight.
Definitely another example of do or die, in which of these tag teams are going to come home with the Contenders Cup.
Introducing first is the team of Big Money, Brando Bennett, and Hollywood, Jaden Hodge. Hollywood Money!
Hollywood Hodge in the blue and red with the long hair. Big Money, Brando Bennett in the black and silver.
Going to be an interesting one for sure, going up against pretty much the man, if you will, in NBK. with that politician, Mayor Bubba Cagle, and the Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera,
Yeah.
cosplayer.
Yeah. Cam Cameron. That's another reference that most people will not get. Holding up the dollar bill.
Kind of a mixed reaction. These two were loved last month.
Lots of consequences in all these matches tonight.
The challengers.
Well, it's further proof that here in New Era Wrestling, wins and losses matter, and losses have consequences.
Feel like I'm watching an episode of Glow. And they're their opponents making their way to the ring.
Making their way to the ring, it is the team of Mr. 1985, Bubba Cagle, and Forever Tragic, Cameron Keith.
Well, that's one of the most accurate descriptions of somebody I've ever heard. Forever tragic.
You know, I asked that failed newspaper man, James Phillips, this question. I'm going to see maybe if you could answer it. Bubba Cagle, how could someone be considered a modern day king if they're stuck in 1985?
Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? That's
Well,
what
neither
happens
does
when
this
you
team, but you know,
when you give yourself a nickname. I guess you can say whatever you want. And not to mention, he wasn't even born in 1985. He was born in 1984. He's a fraud from day one.
well, he's a politician.
There you go. Somebody went through a lot of effort in their sign making. It's high class.
Okay, I know he's the mayor, but please, will somebody pass a law that says Bubba Cagle can never dance again?
Was that what he was doing? I thought he was having convulsions or something.
Well, he went to the Mike Jackson School of Dancing.
Which I think was taught by Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this match is for the New Era Wrestling's Contenders Cup.
And you know, Smooth, whoever wins that trophy gets a guaranteed title shot anytime they choose for the New Era Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
So I saw a lot of consequences here tonight with stipulations named, future title shots, and yet another opportunity for both of these tag teams here. Of course, you know, Bubba would find his way into that opportunity.
And just think,
wonder how that happened.
both of these teams have to be chomping at the bit, knowing that there are new tag team champions, DNR.
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely a lower class of tag team champions than Brother Azrael, I would say.
Oh, definitely. I don't know if I would say lower class, but definitely
Lower
much less of a
level.
threat.
Well, these are
than the
guys
Prophet.
that have been beaten pillar to post over the last several months, and now they're the champions. I mean, you know, that's kind of like when Mike Tyson dropped the heavyweight title. A lot of people were happy about that. They didn't want to fight Mike for the title.
Well, they knew they had a better shot against Buster Douglas.
Absolutely. Cameron able to reverse there. Look at that momentum.
One thing One thing about Hollywood Money, they're flashy, and this is Hollywood. Jaden Hodge starting it off with Cameron Keast.
Off the ropes. Arm drag there by Cam. Rolls through and back to his feet. Very catch can, if you will, to start this thing. No advantage for either guy. Roll up quickly. Trying to get out of here with a quick win. And he's going to kip up. And we're back to square one.
Kind of a stalemate here at the beginning.
Definitely a filling out process. Both of the guys looking for their flashy maneuvers, and neither one able to get a real advantage yet. Wow, deep arm drag. And again, a separation. Lots of finesse here in the early goings. Tag made.
You know, Hollywood Money's going to use that fast pace. Keys can keep up with him. I don't think that Bubba Cagle can.
Definitely not his preferred style. Did he just give him the bump there? That was strange.
Oh, a sign of respect, or at least that's what I'm told.
For Bubba? Arm drag from Bubba Cagle. Oh. Looked like a Japanese arm drag there.
Kind of dropped him on his head.
That's the only place it won't hurt him.
Shoulder tackle had no effect.
Off the ropes. Oh, big shoulder tackle there from Bubba Cagle.
The only thing flashy you're going to see from Bubba Cagle tonight are those tights.
Big drop kick there. Makes Bubba retreat back to the corner. One side to the other there. Follows it up. Oh. Nice height on the splash there.
Yeah. Big splash from Big Money.
And we get a tag again. Modern Day Kings. I think Bubba had enough of that flashy, quick style.
Bubba's more of a slow, methodical. Hey, was that another tag?
Oh.
Well, the referee didn't call for it.
He's just fist bumping everybody, dabbing them up. Oh, what an impact there, using his entire body as a weapon.
Another tag. Hey, that's the key to tag team wrestling, these quick tags.
Yeah, keep the freshmen in the ring. And really just wearing out Cam here in the corner.
Well, somebody had some finisher story. We're having a unicorn stampede going on right here. Oh, wait, Cam caught the foot. Ducks the Enzy.
Yeah, nobody home there. Really a unique way of reversing that situation for Cam. Didn't see that coming.
And Bubba Cagle doing what he's good at, hitting somebody while they're down and being held.
Face first in the canvas, drops the leg to add insult to injury there.
You know, I like the Modern Day Kings when they didn't care. That's why I like Cody Wyndham so much. He's the only Modern Day King, Modern Day champion that has earned my respect. But I had to think about it. Bubba Cagle had to start pandering to everybody because it's getting close to election time, ain't it?
I believe actually he got a free year. Going to be next year before municipal elections take place again. Usually it's the same year as the president, but they changed the law a few years ago here in the state of Alabama.
Well, Cagle slowing down the pace with that headlock takeover.
Two count.
That's what he's going to have to do is to slow down Hollywood Money.
Yeah, he should have stayed down there. He kicked up right into another headlock. Got off the ground and then wound up right back on it. Bubba back to his feet.
Referee Wynn needed to get in there and check that hold.
Cameron now takes over right where Bubba left off. Well, temporarily, as he is taken off his feet with a drop kick there.
Drop kick to the hip. You don't see that very often.
If it was Mike Jackson, it might have ended his career. Springboard. Oh, and Bubba just leans back out of harm's way.
Well, that's why they call it high risk.
Not something you normally would say about Bubba Cagle, but high IQ right there.
Well, you didn't have to be too smart to get out of the way of that one. Whoa, that's nice
Powers.
recovery and nice strength shown off by Hollywood Jaden Hodge.
This way it reached way down deep inside to get him off the mat there.
In comes big money.
Hoping to change the fortunes here.
Measured clothesline from Brando Bennett. Looks like he's going to try to go high risk himself.
Big clothesline, follows it up with a pin attempt, hooks the leg. 2 only. You're going to take a little bit more than that to end this opportunity for MDK.
He needs to quit pandering and do whatever he's going to do. Said, look, see, he was pandering, now gets his fingers broke.
Oh. And Cameron back in control here. Wow. I think joint manipulation is illegal.
Cameron's showing a nice, brutal side right now.
Trying to fight back. Oh. One shot from Cam ends that comeback. Tags to his partner Bubba Cagle here. Ooh.
Holds him open, shot to the solar plexus.
Off the ropes.
Here goes the low line.
Cover. 2 count only.
Referee seemed to be a little bit awestruck there.
Yeah.
Might have been a 3 count if he'd got in position.
Kind of crouched weird there for that one. Might have been an injury from getting thrown to the ground earlier in the night.
In comes Cameron Keast again.
And right now it's effectively a 2-on-1.
Nice double back elbow by the modern day Kings.
One half of the team definitely not money right now as he's laying on the gym floor.
Cam decided to check the spine of Bennett.
1 count. That had to have been instinct alone there. Just reflexes kicking out.
In comes Cagle again.
Kick to the ribs there. And this is really playing heavily into the favor of MDK.
Yeah, textbook tag team wrestling. Cut the ring off, make quick tags. Oh, Bennett blocks the suplex.
Oh, roll up. 2 count only, and that could have been it real quick. MDK firmly in control here. Just not quite able to put him away. Another double team maneuver in the works, off the ropes, ducks the clothesline, and he's going to take them both down. Did not see that one coming, Greg.
But look, but if you'll notice, Smooth, nobody's in the corner. He's got nobody to tag to.
He collapsed out to the floor a few minutes ago. Referee kind of looking over in that direction. Started to check on him a couple times, but hasn't. 2 clotheslines there. Misses, but able to reverse it and stay in control. Oh! When all else fails, I guess just punch him in the face. They're exchanging blows right here.
Bennett's getting the upper hand on it. Oh, lost control.
That happens, you get further in the match. Guys get slippery, but he's going to get the butterfly suplex cover. 2 count only. It's going to be a tough road to hoe for Hollywood Money here if they can't get both partners participating here. It's a shame. Somebody in New Era should go out and check on this guy. Bubba now, the legal man.
Setting up for a suplex. Short suplex, float over.
Thought he might be looking for a 3 amigos there. Just rolls over and gets the 2 count. Finally.
Hodge slowly pulling himself up.
I'm not sure if he's going to be fit to re-enter this match or not. I was beginning to think he needed a life alert necklace there, falling and he can't get up, you know. Nobody home. Bubba trying to get over to Cam here.
He was in the corner. Why didn't he tag out to his partner?
I think he got cut off midway there, wisely.
No, I'm saying
Oh!
Bennett was in his own corner. Why didn't he tag out to Hodge?
I mean, just looking at it from here, I'm not sure that Hodge is in any better condition to go at this thing than Bennett.
Bennett's been taking a beating. Hodge has been taking a nap.
Oh, and he's knocked off the ring apron again. Uh-oh. Miscommunication there on the part of the Modern Day Kings. Super kick.
A twist of fate.
Cover. Wow. Well, things hadn't been going great tonight, but this makes it better.
Jaden Hodge and Brando Bennett. Hollywood money.
And the Contenders Cup going home with Hollywood money.
The 2024 Contenders Cup winners.
You got to wonder when they're going to cash that in and go after DNR now. And you got to wonder where this leaves the Modern Day Kings. Big miscommunication there cost them the match. But enough about them. Give it up to the winners, you know.
You know, if I was Hollywood money, DNR are on cloud 9 right now. I would go in the back, tell the referee to go back there, take a camera, beat on it. They've already changed into their street clothes. Knock them in the head with something and pin them and leave tonight with the trophy and the belts.
Yeah, I don't think they'd get lucky twice in one night. They've already done. I think it'd be time to die. So lots of interesting developments here tonight.
Well, you know, the Modern Day Kings not even leaving together.
It hasn't been a great night for partners, you know.
Could
a lot
it be
of
a
miscommunications.
Little trouble in paradise?
Yeah, you got to wonder. Cameron catching up to his partner here. No interaction between the two. Just walks right by him.
The Modern Day Kings look like they could be falling apart like James Phillips in his leg.
Yeah. Or Humpty Dumpty. Bubba Cagle walking back towards the ring here. And the celebration continues for Hollywood money. Big win here in New Era Wrestling.
Big win tonight, and you know they got their eyes set on DNR and those tag team titles. Modern Day Kings go back to the drawing board.
A lot of goblins running around here. We need to restore some order.
But, you know, at this point, maybe Hodge is not up celebrating, so maybe tonight won't be the best night to challenge DNR.
He looks a little worse for the wear. I'll let the officials attend to whatever's going on here. Oh, speaking of DNR.
Here comes DNR. Are they going to attack the new number one contenders, or?
Interesting development.
Oh, they're coming out here to check on them. I kind of wonder if maybe on that missed drop kick, if Hodge could have really injured himself. Could have cracked a rib, could have rung his bell.
Hard to say exactly what's going on. He was definitely down on the outside of the ring for an extended period of time.
Jasper Reed carrying him. A show of good sportsmanship here.
We'll be back with the main event right after this.
That is an unfortunate part of the sport. But here at New Era, we care the most about safety. So, once again, can we have a boost? Can you hear me? Sounds good. Once again, we'd like to reiterate, for the safety of your children, please refrain from allowing them to run about the gym. Now, it's time for our main event of the evening.
Main event time. The best champion in New Era history making his way to the ring, at least in my humble opinion.
The champion of champions, the beating heart of New Era Wrestling, and most importantly, our favorite wrestler.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Should be in the Hall of Fame.
Every Hall of Fame.
Yeah, all of them.
Damien Serotone.
I expect he's going to make quick work of the out-of-retirement Dragon here. Send him right back to that home he's been spending his time at.
You know, it's a little-known fact. The Ultimate Dragon is the man who trained me to become a professional wrestler. So you would probably expect me to show favoritism and start rooting for the Dragon. But no, Damien Serotone is the wrestler that most reminds me of me. And tonight I get to live vicariously through Damien Serotone.
He's the guy that keeps the bills paid and the fans coming back. Let's see what he has to say here.
You sit back and shut up when I'm in the ring. Corey ain't gonna do nothing but sit back and listen. Ain't nothing Corey can do. Corey can do two things right now. That's nothing and like it.
Damien preaching right now.
Same thing anybody else back there can do. You wanna come out here? You wanna stop me from being on this mic? Come on. We got time now. We got time now. We just gonna talk about it.
I'll put odds on it.
No. So let's talk about the reason we're here. The Ultimate Dragon. This man is coming out of retirement. Coming out of retirement to come back and take what he says is his champion of championships title. Well, if you haven't looked around and noticed something, James Phillips isn't here tonight. And you know what that means? That means I hold all the cards. So tonight, we're going to make this a Dragon Rules match. You know what that means? That means I'm going to be dragging him from over here and beating him down there. And then I'll be dragging him from here, putting him in the middle of this ring, and pinning him. 1, 2, 3.
Damien's informing the fans of the golden rule.
Every single one of you got as many pictures as you could with the Dragon tonight when he came out here. Because it's the last pictures he'll ever take in this ring. At the end of the night, there'll be one true champion standing in this ring, and that's it.
You familiar with the golden rule, Smooth?
I'm not sure which version you're speaking of.
The man that holds the gold makes the rules.
I like it.
Get out. Get out. You can come back when I'm done.
Needs to learn some respect for the business.
Yeah, he can sit with you now. Dragon has had an 847-year career to get here in this ring tonight, and it's all led him right here to me. And I promise you this. At the end of it all, I'll send him right back to that hospital he had open heart surgery in. At the end of it all, there'll be one person standing in this ring. The beating heart of New Era Wrestling, the champion of champions, Damien Serotone.
You know, after hearing preaching like that, this crowd won't even have to go to church in the morning.
Yeah, they're going to be moved by the Spirit here in Swan Gymnasium. Wouldn't even hand the microphone back to the ring announcer. Love it.
The congregation may not like it, but Damien Serotone preaching some hard truth here in Jasper.
I wonder what time Dragon has to be back to the old folks' home.
About 5 minutes after Mike Jackson gets there.
Might be out after curfew tonight. He may arrive back via an ambulance as well. Looks like he's confused as to where the ring is. Oh, there he goes. He's making it now.
You know, I understand, like I said, the Dragon trained me. I understand where he's coming from. He feels disrespected because last month, you know, he was attacked during Dragon Appreciation Night. Damien Serotone embarrassed him and left him laying. So I understand where the Dragon's heart's at.
Oh, yeah.
But I always thought he had more brains than he's showing tonight.
Letting the pride get the better of him, perhaps. I mean, if you're going to come out of retirement, you might want to start with like a warm-up or something, not go straight to the top of the food chain. And that's what he's done here.
You know, that might work for Nigel McGuinness. I don't think it's going to work for the Ultimate Dragon tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out too well for Nigel either. I think he might be, it took him quite a while to make his way into the ring there. He might be a little intimidated by Damien.
Oh, maybe he's trying to soak in the last of the adulations.
Right.
Because this could be the last hurrah for the Ultimate Dragon.
It's like that old country song, he ain't as good as he once was.
Well, we'll find out tonight if he's as good once as he ever was.
Oh, no, I was just saying he ain't as good as he once was.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now
But we'll see.
time for our main event. contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, in the corner to my left, he is the champion of champions, the beating heart of New Era Wrestling, Damien Serotone.
Blatant disrespect out of these yokels.
Well, this is Walker County. They've never seen winners before.
Yeah, you can't hold that against them, I guess.
In the corner to my right, he is a New Era Wrestling Hall of Famer, the Ultimate Dragon. Damien, last time we were here, I made mention that I didn't know who you were. I'd never heard of you. In essence, you probably have been a nobody your whole career.
So he's a liar, too.
So after you backstabbed me and jumped me from behind and took my belt, I went home and I did a little research. I called some people, and I did find out a little bit about you. Damien Serotone wrestled for 17 years. But I want to tell you, those 15 years of backyard wrestling don't count. I found out you've been in the eastern Alabama area. You've been in a few places. You've had a few matches. And apparently you had to steal my title to get one. You've been here, you've been there, you've done this, you've done that. But none of it really matters, because the one big thing is you have never been. You couldn't be if you got reincarnated 12 times. You have never been, nor will you ever be, the Ultimate Dragon.
It's quite a work of fiction.
No.
Dragon said that like it was
My
a bad
last
thing.
match ring I've been 5 years ago, but don't think I forgot what I'm doing. For a long time I was hated in Jasper. Don't forget. Don't think I don't know how to fight. You jumped me from behind and took what belongs to me. I'm not here to wrestle you. You want Dragon Rules? Dragon Rules is what it'll be, but Dragon Rules says it's anywhere in the building. That's what tonight is. I'm not here to wrestle you. I'm here for one reason. I'm getting back my property. The sad thing for you is you stand between me and my belt. So tonight, in case you haven't noticed, I have arrived.
All right, then. Getting ready for the main event here.
So am I to understand that Dragon Rules means anything goes?
I think it just something about dragging him here and there. I don't know if there's a set of rules that is associated with that.
Well, when Dragon was learning how to use Google and was trying to,
Learning. I don't think he's got there yet.
when he was trying to do the research on Damien Serotone, maybe he should have read the part where it said Damien Serotone has a win in an Extreme Rules match over the Man-Beast Rhino.
I mean, that's pretty much all you need to know here. I don't think I would sign up for anything even close to that, having that knowledge. Big shot there from Damien. Biggest thing I got to wonder about is if Damien's got his mind in the right place here. I think the only person that can defeat him here is himself. Forearm there to the jaw.
Well, the Dragon said he was here to fight, and he is alive, but he's going to have to start showing some life in this one if he even thinks he's going to have a chance against the champion of champions.
It's do or die, and it may be temporary.
Could be permanent.
Well, temporary alive, permanently not. Nice shot in the corner there from Serotone.
I'm about to make a call that the Dragon has heard many times in his career. Down goes the Dragon. Down goes the Dragon.
Kick to the midsection there. And this is kind of what you got to wonder about with Damien, if he dominates from the get-go, if he'll keep his mind on the plan and the strategy here. I'm sure you no doubt shared some tidbits on how to take down the Dragon.
Oh, yeah, I've taken down the Dragon a few different times, but at the same time, you know, I call it like it is. Dragon's the man that trained me to be a professional wrestler. He knows how to conduct himself between those ropes, and he knows every dirty trick in the book. But he's been out of the business for 5 years. He's had open heart surgery.
Those are not generally positives towards a wrestling career. Serotone perched on the top. Oh! And Dragon have enough wherewithal there to throw the shot to the breadbasket.
Okay, let's see if he can capitalize.
Oh.
Damien shut that down pretty quick.
Yeah. Collapsed like a wet paper sack in a rainstorm.
Exchanging shots here.
I'm not sure that's the type of fight that Damien necessarily wants to get in here. He is a wily veteran, as you mentioned. The Dragon, that is. Of course, Damien is as well. This exchanging blows here. Dragon now looks to take control. Backs him against the ropes. Referee nowhere to be found.
Well, it's Dragon rules. No disqualifications from my understanding.
I had no clarification there on exactly what that meant.
So Joe Wood can stand there like a dumb knot on a log, and it's the first time he's been able to do his job perfectly because he doesn't have to do anything.
It's like a dream job listing on Indeed for him. Dragon whips him off the ropes.
Oh, cross chop to the throat.
Couldn't really, I was unable to tell where that contact was made, but yeah, it looked like the thrust there. And Dragon in control here, at least temporarily. Look at that smile on his silly face. European uppercut. Irish whip, hip toss. Baking out, yeah.
Used all of his momentum on that one, had to drive himself down.
Really sticking to the basics, the tried and true methods, and it's working thus far.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And Damien, I think trying to get in his head a little bit here. Oh! Left himself open for the shot there.
To the eyes.
Looked like a clean palm thrust to me. Wow, and Damien all the way out to the floor.
Dragon been studying his Bob Backlund with that atomic drop there.
Let's see if there's a chicken wing in store for Damien later on. Pushes him up against the ring post there. Nowhere for the energy to go before he threw that forearm, and Damien back down to a knee and finally back to his feet.
You know, you mentioned the Dragon using the basics. Dragon's showing that why some of those basics have been around since the beginning of this great sport.
Tried and true. Nice shot there in front of, I mean, to me, this is probably the most offensive thing he's done so far, making Damien get so close to these people. Oh, he thumbed him in the eye, didn't he?
Well, he's right there in front of the only group in this crowd that has any brains. That is the Damien Serotone fan club in that section.
Some of the most ardent supporters here of New Era Wrestling. Oh, thrust again. Well, that's one of those patented maneuvers from the Dragon.
Well, the Dragon knows if a man can't breathe, he can't fight.
It's called many a Dragon match over the years. Damien stalking him here. Forearm across the shoulders. Really not as effective as he'd hoped. Knee shot to the midsection, forearm now. And that'll take him off his feet. I thought that woman was going to fall on him. That'd have been the end.
Oh, look how nice Serotone is. Giving the Dragon some water.
Woman snatched it up.
and then gives it to the Dragon. What is this, a contest to see who can quench the Dragon's thirst?
Dragon, I don't know what he's got in mind here. I think he's playing a little possum. Oh, shot.
Little side
Oh! This isn't SeaWorld. You don't expect to get splashed in the front row.
Well, Serotone spent too much time looking at the crowd.
Very methodical attack here out of Dragon.
I mean, I know the Dragon's been out for 5 years, and you literally have
Oh!
to slip and fall.
That's a lawsuit. I know a few attorneys would be interested in this one. And a brawl is not really what I expected in this one, but it's what it's turned out to be thus far. Measuring him again. I wonder if is he doing the Macarena?
Just mocking him, holding Damien just out of range,
Wow.
and now peppering him with those right hands. I can't tell if he's digging into the eyes or digging into the temple.
And Damien puts a premature end to that attempted 10 punches. Oh, gonna take out the leg here. Smart move by Damien.
Damien looking up at his loyal supporters. Oh, look at
Everyone else here
standing
should
on the
look up to
hand.
them as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, dastardly. I like it. Looked like he punched him right in that left ear as well. Look at those fans just smiling while Damien decimates the alleged hero. Damien really taking his time here. Another forearm, and back down goes the Dragon.
I think the Dragon's wishing he'd have stayed at home in Monterey right now.
Yeah, anywhere but here, which, I mean, I understand that thought. Uh-oh, chair. And I'm sure, oh, right to the midsection. A lot of people look at that and see it's plastic and, think it doesn't hurt as much as those steel chairs. Those things are so heavy.
Yes, they are.
That's like a cinder block coming down on top of you. I've seen a man legitimately knocked out cold from one chair shot with one of those.
The Serotone fan club asks for one more, and Damien obliges.
That woman's everywhere. Damien admiring his handiwork, taking some time to jaw with the crowd. Peanut right there on top of him. He's been rather quiet tonight. I almost forgot he was here, Greg.
Peanut's been so quiet. Proves that there could be a God.
Damien rolls him back into the ring. Joe Wood checking on Dragon, see if he just wants to go ahead and give it up now. Might not be a bad idea, honestly.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, the last time the Dragon competed in a New Era Wrestling ring, it was against myself and the rest of the Southern Mafia. How fitting is it now that my favorite wrestler, Damien Serotone, could be the one that ends the Dragon's career permanently.
How many times does this old man need to learn a lesson? Oh! Damien just inflicting punishment on Dragon here.
Dragon seems to be defenseless right now.
Trying to cave in his sternum.
And just think all those shots to the chest. This was a man who had open heart surgery, a man who's had stents.
He may get a few of those dislodged the way things are going here.
Damien Serotone proud of himself, and why wouldn't he be?
Got to keep his mind in the game, though.
Dragon trying to pull himself back up. There's still fight in the Dragon.
I mean, this is almost elder abuse.
You know, you can't help but wonder if the Dragon has the heart to finish this match. And I mean that in the literal sense, if his heart is going to be able to hold up.
Yeah, might be having a cardiac arrhythmia. Look at Damian just trash talking him right to his face.
I've heard for years that the Dragon has been dealing with angina.
Ducks under. Oh, spin wheel kick. You don't see enough of those anymore.
That's vintage Dragon.
A la Savio Vega there takes Damian clean off of his feet. And that might have taken more out of Damian than you would think. He's struggling to get to the corner here.
Well, you know, it's the shots that you don't see coming that do the most damage. He was not expecting that out of the Dragon.
Thrust to the throat now. Whips him into the corner, and you can tell Dragon's had a lot taken out of him as well. Wow.
You know, not as much rust on somebody who's been out of the ring for the last 5 years as you would expect.
The spin kick there. I think it's hitting him in the cardio a little bit, but he still able to throw those kicks with, wow, a nice leg drop there, a la X-Pac. Now back in control. It's wild how the pendulum can swing so quickly.
Who would have thought that we'd be saying in 2024 that the Ultimate Dragon is in total control of Damian Serotone?
Certainly not me. Slams him to the mat. Damian may be in trouble here, but Dragon not going for the pin. Cover.
Slow to the cover, no hook of the leg. You're not going to beat the champion of champions that way.
And Joe just down on his hands and knees waiting to count. Seems a little biased to me. Oh, now he's out of position.
Excuse me.
To count again. Went from being a favorable position for Dragon to
I just saw a look in Damian's eyes. He's starting to wonder, what have I gotten myself into? He was not expecting this kind of a fight out of the Ultimate Dragon.
Unable to even stay on his feet there. Scoops him up. Oh.
Dragon sleeper.
Oh, wow.
This could be it.
And he's got him right in the middle of the ring as well. This is a bad spot for Damian Serotone.
Do you know how many matches the Dragon has won with this? How many titles he's taken home with this very hold?
I would wager it is several. 1, 2 now for Damian.
Oh, no.
I thought he was going to fish hook him, but he's just going to the eyes. I think that's what they say. That's how you beat a dragon. You're supposed to poke him in the eyes. I'm not up on my dragon.
Well, if he would have
defense.
fish hooked him, would that make him a dragon fish? Is what I want to know.
It's very, very possible. Fireman's carry.
I thought he was going for that Death Valley driver. Dragon counters. He's been known to hit that himself.
Oh! Might adjust his attitude there.
Modified Spicoli driver from the Dragon. He likes to spin it out into almost a neck breaker.
Yeah, definitely a modified point of impact there.
Hey, wait a minute.
All those shots to the chest might be coming back to haunt Dragon here.
I mean, you know, we've made comments, but this, you know, okay, I'm actually starting to feel concerned right now because the Dragon his left arm has went limp.
Oh! And ever the opportunist Damian Serotone kicks him to the ground.
I mean, he's well within his rights. I mean, this is Dragon rules. This is what the Dragon asked for, but
Joe Wood down checking. Gonna get him out of the way again as Damian Serotone and laying in the boots to him in the corner. So is part of Dragon rules that the referee can just get in the way of one competitor from taking advantage, or?
Joe Wood called for the bell.
Dragon in a heap.
Well, here comes DNR.
And for the second
comes the
time tonight,
referee.
DNR coming out to check on a fallen ally.
Normally I would agree with you that Joe Wood shouldn't have stepped in, but at the
Right.
same time,
The conclusion of the match is declared
he may have just
no contest due to referee stoppage.
Is that Phillips kid in there?
that looks like Stone Phillips in the ring, but Joe Wood may have just saved Damian Serotone from going to jail and prison for first-degree homicide or manslaughter at the very least.
Yeah, I think it'd be more likely to be manslaughter. Not real sure what's going on here, checking on the fallen dragon. You can't get through a New Era show without a Phillips being involved, though. They just love the spotlight. Damian leaving victorious, got that belt in hand, headed towards the locker room.
A lot of people concerned here about the dragon. A hush fell over the building. But like you said, Damian Serotone, he did what he set out to do. He came here